is a major form of classical Indian dance. Kathakali is a performance art in the Malayalam-speaking southwestern region of Kerala. A Kathakali performance is a major social event. The actors really vary on hand gesture to convey the story. These hand gestures are known as mudra. There are several kinds of costumes: swastika, katti, minki and tatti. This makeup is so elaborate that it is more like a mask than makeup in the usual sense. The music of Kathakali has some similarity to the larger body of the South Indian music, Carnatic Sangeet.
Mohiniyattam is one of the famous classical Indian dance. It developed and remained popular in the state of Kerala. Mohiniyattam dance gets its name from the word Mohini. Mohiniyattam dance also finds its roots in the Nati Shastra, origin on the performing arts of India. The songs are usually sung in a fusion of the Malayalam and the Sanskrit language, known as the Madipravalam.
Kuchipudi is a dance drama performance when its roots in the ancient Hindu Sanskrit text of Nati Shastra. The Kuchipudi performance usually begins with an invocation. Traditional Kuchipudi was performed by all male tributes. Wear a dhoti, a dancer in a female would wear a sari with light makeup. The typical musical instruments in Kuchipudi are virangam, cymbals, veena, flute and tambura.
Theyyam is a famous ritual art form that originated in North Kerala. Performers wear heavy makeup and adorn flamboyant costumes. Theyyam consists of several thousand-year-old traditions, rituals and customs. Theyyam is performed mainly by males, except the Deva Kooth Theyyam. There is no stage or curtain or other such arrangements for the performance. Theyyam is one of the oldest ingenious and spiritual art form of the North Kerala.
Bharatanatyam is one of the most popular classical Indian dances. It is more popular in South Indian states of Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. The music of Bharatanatyam is based on the Carnatic classical music. The chief musical instruments in Bharatanatyam are the mridangam and a pair of cymbals, sometimes veena, violin, gadam and flute also used. The costume of the dancer are very gorgeous, which consists of pajama or dhoti and a jacket of Kanchipuram silk and Banaras. Silk women wear a tight-fitting choli or bodies of the same color and material as the dhoti.
Ottam Tullal is a comedic dance and poetic performance form of Kerala. It was introduced in the 18th century by Kunjan Nambiyar. It is accompanied by a mridangam or an idakka. In an Ottam Tullal, solo performer with green makeup and a colorful costume. Ottam Tullal was performed in Malayalam, which pleased local audiences. Old sayings and elements of folklore were used.
Nati is a traditional folk dance practiced in the western and the central hills of the Indian subcontinent. It is primarily native to the state of Himachal Pradesh. Nati is the famous folk dance of Himachal Pradesh. Nati is the term used for both songs and dance. It's a group of dance by both male and female.
The tribal dance forms of the Trans-Himalayan region differs a lot in content and music. The old tradition of both song and dance in this region has been enthusiastically guarded against urban influence. Gujars and many of tribes have their own distinct tradition of folk dances, songs, dresses and ornaments. One must dance form mainly features an important event in the history of Himalayan Buddhism.
Ala is a dance form in which dancers form a garland-like pattern by weaving each other's arms and becoming beads of the garland. Every performer Well dressed and heavily decorated with jewellery, Mala is one of the most popular traditional dances in Himachal Pradesh. Dancers dress in traditional finery, weave their arms together to form a sort of a crisscross pattern in order to appear like beads in a woven garland.
The Dalshan and Cholamba dance forms belong to the Ropa Valley. Cholamba is generally performed when a tiger is killed. The dead animal's skin is stuffed and a gold ornament is put in his nose. The remains of the corpse is then rotated and people dance around it. Cholamba dance is one of the oldest known dance forms in the state.
SHAN and SHABU are two popular dance forms in Himachal Pradesh. During the performance, several musical instruments such as drum and shanai are played nowadays. They have also started using the violin. SHAN means a song of prayer for Buddha. The SHABU dance is performed at festivals.
It is also known as CHAMBA or the Rakshasa dance. It is performed by men and women wearing demon masks while holding each other's hands. The dance group is guided by a leader called Guru. The demon dance generally represents the situation of demon attacking groves and groves being guided by the gods. The demon dance is a form of traditional dance in Himachal Pradesh that reflects this beautiful culture and simple lifestyle, has a history dating back to thousands of years and is said to have
Kangra is a regional art style influenced by Mughal, Rajput and local styles. Traditional Kangra paintings were made on handmade paper using mineral and vegetable derived colors sourced from Rajasthan. As it can inference through the name Kangra, paintings originated in the former princely state of Kangra in Himachal Pradesh. The characteristic styling of Kangra art emphasizes delicate and broken lines, brilliant colors like yellow, red, blue and green, and finally a lot of fine details. Another distinguishing feature is the heavy emphasis on natural beauty and greenery. Usually painting in miniatures, Kangra artists use squirrel hair brushes to obtain such fine details.
Wooden statues are a premier product of the Himachal Pradesh wood carving culture. These are usually freestanding statues of god and goddesses. Wooden relief panel on the other hand are catered to produce and thus are more numerous decorating walls in various shrines and homes. The subjects are usually religious, more often telling some sort of mythological stories.
The Chamba RUMAL, an embroidered handicraft that was once promoted patronage of the former rulers of Chamba kingdom. It is a common item of gift during marriages with detailed patterns in bright and pleasing color schemes.
The metal craft of Himachal Pradesh stands exemplary as the antique metal statues are one of the most significant aspects in many temples of Himachal Pradesh. The statues of gods and goddesses also appear as moharas or in metal plaques. The metal crafts of Himachal Pradesh not only serve the religious purpose but they serve as utilitarian items.
Himachal Pradesh is a state with a cold climate. The people here have a healthy appreciation for wool